the game, but if it's the other prize of LGD, right? Because you have the spirit that does the magic resistance reduction. So any other nukes can be good. Something like these Pugnas, Linas, you know.
Anyone who can dish out mixed damage into the chrono.
Yeah. Let's see. Zeus win. Heroes that fit that description. Mirana's already banned, right? Yeah, Mirana's already banned, one of the premier Void synergies. Maybe we'll see a Pudge this game. We've seen a couple Pudges against Void specifically. It didn't work out too well. Skywrath Mage could be reasonable.
Do you guys like Pudge mid, or do you think Pudge is a better off laner or like a solo lane or like a safe laner?
I think he's best in whatever lane. He's not going to have a terrible level 1 through 3. So it could be any lane.
Quick sidebar.
Update us.
Sideline reporter Kyle coming in with an update. We did see TNC take the first game off of Liquid.
Yeah.
Mineski taking a game off of Newbie. Now this is important
good. They're looking
because it
good.
means both of those teams now at 8 points, along with Alliance. So you've got guaranteed time. You have 4 teams now.
So Liquid's out. Liquid's out of our bracket.
Liquid is guaranteed in the lower bracket. They will be playing a BO1 elimination game.
GD, a lot of teams are rooting for him right now. They want them to be.
That's not updated, right? Alliance has 8 points.
Alliance, TNC, and Mineski all with 8 points.
Okay,
so Mineski gets one more game against Newbie. One of those teams will have 9. They will be guaranteed in.
Whoever wins that game, guaranteed. No,
they're not, because TNC or Alliance could still win.
I swear you.
No, because we could still have a scenario where there is a 3-way tiebreaker for the last 2 spots.
2?
Yes, because if Alliance wins this game, TNC beats Liquid, and Mineski beats Newbie, they'd all have 9 points.
Mineski or Newbie doesn't matter.
Correct. One of those teams will have 9 points. So it's Alliance and TNC. If only one of them wins, the winner's in. If they both win, tiebreakers. If they both lose, that would mean
there's a 3-way tiebreaker as well. If they both win or both lose.
For the last 1 spot instead of 2.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff going on, and you honestly should be watching all 4 streams if you can. There's a lot of good Dota going on. We're glad you chose us, and we're glad you chose Alliance versus PSG.LGD, because that first game was pretty damn exciting.
Can we also say that you, the viewer, you have excellent taste.
You do.
You really do. We love you.
For the most part, except you, and you know who you are.
Yeah, I love saying, like the end of my stream, thank you for watching. I love all of you, except for most of you, and then just...
subscribers. Anyone that doesn't pay him for affection,
you're
exactly.
not
Exactly. Yep. The one question. Wait. So it's Alliance and TNC are the ones that dictate the tiebreaker. Meaning, if there's going to be a tiebreaker. So if you're watching, we just need to see whatever happens this game. If the same thing happens for TNC, meaning if Alliance wins and TNC wins, tiebreaker. If they lose, then they lose, tiebreaker. Otherwise, no tiebreakers. So that's what we came to the conclusion?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So if I'd say Alliance is looking pretty good that first game, and LGD, even though they have nothing to play for, definitely tried. Like, it wasn't like they were experimenting anything crazy.
If they didn't have that Enigma refresher right there, right, they get that Roche probably. You can't take that fight. Like, the game probably evens out right there.
Yeah.
Like, it was 1 fight away from being an even game again.
No Invoker, please, for LGD. Thank you.
You do have the Faceless Void, though.
I know.
I'm with you. I mean, if it's a middle Invoker, what about that? Like, last.
Okay, if it's like an X-Sword middle Invoker,
Invoker.
That's different.
Yeah. And there's a guess what? Hey, let's run it back. They don't have the Enigma, though, which was a big part of what they did.
There's a decent amount of heroes that do really well. I think Lina stands out to me a lot this game.
That's a great
with
pick.
the Void.
With the Void against Storm.
I also think you can inevitably buy Silver Edge later on in the game to truthfully deal with the Bristle, but also you'll be holding him in place at a point. It's not difficult to hit him from the face.
What about a Lina 4 even?
I love that idea, but you would need more setup. It's not...
I'm saying you pick Lina 4 here, like you pick Lina, potentially make it a 4 or 3, and then the next pick could be some stun. Yeah.
I really like Alina, to your point, into Axe or LC, and then you last pick whether you mid or your 4. I like that a lot.
People have not been prioritizing
Lion.
Lion Lena, similar. Prototypical Storm counter.
Instant axe pick for them. Is that a
Vago axe? Kind of.
It's excellent against the Void.
So it's a carry Bristleback this game.
Yes.
Rather than a offlane Bristleback, which I think is perfect.
It could be a 4.
Yeah,
four
could
axe.
be 4 axe.
Yeah,
because if jungles right, it does the same thing with the bristle. You're not just in lane sticking together with your team. No.
What if it's a 5 axe? We've actually seen that before.
But just support axe in general.
Yeah. I'm just saying that it is a certain match. Like there are certain offlaners that really struggle depending on what they pick against the axe. Where if it's a safe lane in the safe lane support, like Crystal Maiden operates fine as an offlane support.
I will say Boxy probably is one of the best axe players in the world, though. He was, even when he started with -1 armor, he was the only person picking it and still
what about
with
5 Bristleback?
Well, then you just no. I'm gonna hit you with a no there, BSJ. That's a nah from me, dog.
I know.
What about his
no?
What about his Dagon? Like Dagon makes them go day.
It's Radiant's turn.
Gone.
Yeah, they are gone.
I mean, I don't mind it as much.
That's a scary pick. That is
so good with Void. I love Void Timber.
And you have Axe Bristleback. Yeah.
It's a nice one.
Oof.
Eek. Also on the other side, why'd they ban the Bloodseekers? Sorry, going back a little bit.
Because they're planning on Timber, right?
Okay.
10 seconds.
Yeah, makes sense.
Huh. Yeah, Void's pretty good against Bloodseekers, so that's
5
a lot.
seconds.
Now you got the Timber Saw, and it sounds like you guys are liking this PSG.LGD draft.
Liking it far more than I like Alliances this far.
You've got answers now, right? You look at, okay, what do we have for Storm? Hex, Chrono, solid. All right, Strength Heroes, Timber, got it, cool. And you're tanky, and you've got the ET to ensure you'll continue to scale.
And you damage during Chrono. But the desynergy between ET and Timber. Timber already does pure damage.
Just who will die?
Why even? Yeah, it's done. LGD, they're out.
Alliance banned the OD themselves.
Yeah, both teams OD was looking good, but OD has had lackluster performances. I've seen a lot of teams pass him up when it seems like a good OD game. Maybe the last 3 or 4 nerfs have added up.
Would this be a quap for maybe? I'd love quap in very, very specific scenarios. 1, maybe is playing it.
Yeah.
2, you've got tons of lockdown and front line in front of you. You have a matchup you can abuse, and you don't necessarily need to be your team's you don't want to be the hard carry quap. You want to have the freedom to itemize however you'd like, and just sort of shove lanes, play a peaceful game. You don't want to be forced to do things as quap.
It is tough, Axe and Storm though, right?
In theory,
I would rather see Lena, but I think quap. I always like Quap Void because you get to watch the Quap ulti force people out of the Chrono. I always thought that was pretty fun.
like this more because Alliance have some major damage at the moment. It's another answer to the Storm, and you outlane him, and in addition, it's just you have more setup now for the Timber and the ET. It's a feels good hero.
Look at how beefy your cores are too. The Timber DK.
Does Alliance just
they need a gotcha pick.
I think Broodmother has to be the pick.
The Timber?
I'm not saying it's what else gotcha hero is there? Timber doesn't own you. I'm saying that they have to drastically shift the status quo of this draft to win. I think they are so far behind.
I agree. I think that they're significantly behind.
And this is a very important game for them.
For sure.
Very, very important. They've got 30 seconds to think about it, though.
Last game we saw the bristle, and then LGD didn't respond immediately. In this game, this is kind of a classic innate approach where you just directly counter everything you see, and you just last picked a Morphling into Lion.
And ET.
And
Dude,
ET.
ET's like the Omega counter.
Yeah.
You just Elder Titan
Faceless.
Faceless.
Is a 5 axe? No, the 5.
It is a 5
Bristleback.
You called it.
I knew it.
I hate this. I'm actually just mad now. I'm legitimately mad.
I don't want to be here.
I'm out of here. BSJ solo casting. Have fun, everyone. See you. No, but okay.
This is no joke. This is a tie-breaking for upper bracket at TI deciding game, and we are watching a 5 Bristleback.
Can we break it down? Honestly, I know I don't think it sounds good, so I need someone to help me understand.
Terrible.
Yeah, so what, BSJ, you kind of called it. I don't know if it was joke, a little, half and half, but what?
I only said it jokingly because the other options didn't sound very good. So when I was like, if they don't sound very good, is that actually a considerable option? This is just such a hard countered Bristleback that
you had to do something.
That maybe there's something I'm missing about the hero's kit that makes him a decent 5.
You just play it like a 5 ogre now, right? You're just this tanky dude and you just run at people?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I just can't imagine a hero like Bristle functioning with no items. That's like...
Yeah, I figured, hey, he's going to be useless anyway, so now he'll be our 5 support, but that just doesn't feel good. It's like, remember we saw Bat early picked and then made a support?
Yeah.
Like the worst Bat game ever, and it was just like, wow, you can't lane anywhere. Like,
you can't lasso and kill anybody. Like, yeah, I'm excited either way to see a 5-position Bristleback at a deciding game at TI. Hey, says Bristleback.
And I mean, we're definitely going to be keeping a little bit of focus on there. It looks like it might be a tri-lane starting off bottom, or someone might TP, obviously.
Insania is slightly bonkers. I've talked to the guy. He's a cool guy. Very fun-loving dude. But, you know, he's got that...
X Factor?
The axe set where he's naked running around with the mask, that could be kind of a real-life version of
him. Crazy.
Yeah, he's just got that... unpredictability.
Damn.
You know, he just loves Dota and he comes up with some weird stuff. And I would have to deem Bristleback in the category of some weird stuff.
By the way, the Bristleback bought full items, no wards or anything. Stout John, he's just stacking goo. FY is actually a lot of minus arm. Mickey is in a lot of trouble though. What in the world? There will be a
for the
kill on
5-position Bristleback.
Tyga, he's going to move forward. He had to already pop a mango. Now Chow's, they're just right-clicking this Bristleback, who has goo first, so not even stacking up any damage right here. I just watched a Morphling just get right-clicked and die.
What did he skill?
The goo.
Wait,
No.
he skilled adaptive
Yeah, he
strike?
didn't use one.
Wait, he didn't use it either?
Did he? Is that a miss skill? Do you think he like actually tried to? I don't know. Maybe we were messing. But
yeah, there's a whole fight here, and there's the fight recap does not have a adaptive strike casted, and there's all the other stuff.
I didn't get it, but yeah,
maybe he didn't want to push the target further away, right?
Well, no, he was using it for damage, I have to imagine.
And now it's taking a lot of damage here. There's going to be the Spirit. He wants to get it on 2, maybe 3. There could be a freeze coming on around.
That must have been a misclick. No, he's going to get this. He's going to get the kill with the adaptive strike.
Look at this, kiting him up, but Xnova juking inside the trees, pops a healing cell.
The adaptive strike, I'm waiting.
There's going to be the nuke. Yeah, will he get the kill? Mickey throws it out, does get the kill, but Tyga, he's taking a lot. I think you need 2 more hits, so not just 1. Healing salve. And now this is, what is happening?
I love TI.
And they're just going to back out. All of them. Tyga has used a lot of mangoes, but he got even more now. And Mickey, well, now he's just going to farm. All right, let's calm down, everyone. Yeah. I have no clue what just happened, but here we are. Back into the lane. It looks
Why do we get all the weird games?
We do. We got the first carry. I love it. So top lane, it will be a 2-on-1 now. The Axe, I mean, Axe is pretty good 1v1 against Void, right?
Yeah, I mean, he went level 1 Bash, but I feel like for the most part, you can't really trade with Axe. Yeah. He took the Battle Hunger, oddly enough, instead of the spin, yeah.
And now Xnova will just beat him down. It is a 5 Elder Titan, as well as a 4 line, by the way. So FY, he will be getting farm.
Lane-wise, Storm's really good against DK, right?
No.
I thought for like a couple levels, right? And then it's just all DK.
You could theoretically crush the first couple waves, but DK always gets the Archer. The damage reduction means you have a significant last-hitting advantage. Yeah. And then as soon as you hit 6, you just pop ult and start hitting Storm in the face. You outrange him, and then he wants to go jungle, but DK's able to pressure the tower. It's like the counter to Storm.
Interesting. I just thought Storm would free farm because he's melee versus Storm.
You just have so much.
But you sustain through it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying Storm beats him. I'm saying that just Storm doesn't care.
Eventually gets way worse. I know that. Storm.
I could see that. I see the idea that he outranges you and he pushes you out of lane and then you can't really come back because he threatens you. I get
Still
that.
A bounty run here. All right. FY will scoop it up, be a little bit happy about that. But now he's just going to get run down. There is a regen. He's still only level 1, by the way.
Dancing.
And he gets the regen. He's happy. He's like, oh.
I will say that the Snot first is actually insane. I didn't realize that they had cut the mana cost in half.
Yeah, they cut it down to 12
he
level
just
1.
Spams it. It's a significant slow. And in the safe lane, when you have all that chasing distance, it's quite nice.
And they added a base armor loss to it as well.
Yeah.
That was something maybe a few patches ago, maybe 7.22 base or something like that.
What a tri-lane. They're going to try to look. Chalice actually moves forward. This is a 2v3 lane, but it looks like the Crystal Main's going to go, and Chalice just pops him in the head once. The 0-1-1 build chain goes forward, and now you think Bristleback's tanky, not when he's level 1 in a support.
That is a 5-position Bristleback for anyone who is tuning into the game.
Yes.
And we are just as confused as you, so don't worry.
Yeah, you are not on anything.
Alone.
Nobody has spiked your coffee. It is actually a 5-position bristleback.
They laughed at me when I said it could be a 5-position bristleback.
We did.
Folks.
And I hope you laughed at yourself,
Yeah,
too.
I did too. I always think I'm funny, Grant. If you can't think yourself is funny, who will think you're funny?
A man who can laugh at himself will never be made a fool of.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Indeed.
You know who said that?
No, Voltaire? I don't know.
I think me, I guess. I don't know.
Thanks, Kyle Boxley. He's just getting run down.
He's getting,
dude, this just feels...
He's getting the briefcase. Okay, is it a briefcase or a staple gun? We've come to this debate
nice
before. Well, this one's more like a goblet.
I like this one. This one's just a donker. You just donk someone in the head.
I feel like I'm drinking
I think that's a
glove.
mace.
I like the fine wine glass there is what that is.
Dude, maces are sick.
Telling you, that looks like a wine glass.
So
What?
it is already a 1,000 gold lead, by the way, for PSG.LGD, almost spiking to 2K. It doesn't look like this shift up has helped him much because top lane's going poorly. It's a 2v1 lane.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom lane's a 2v3 and they're winning it. And there will be a top lane. What is it? It's a double damage. FY's here. Can't get it denied.
I didn't like Alliance's draft, but now they have the 5-position bristleback.
Can you leave it alone?
And there's a stun. Are they going to be able to chain him together? Sure looks like you're not level 6. They're just going to keep hitting him. They do want X Nova to get over here to get a punch as well.
Has a lot of stun.
I like that. They saved the timer during the stomp so that they could have a moment for ET to close up.
Closer.
They got the Hex, just ensuring that they had enough damage to succeed.
And this 5-position bristleback getting
Can
levels.
you leave it alone, BSJ? Jesus. Let's be positive here.
It is.
All right,
He is
look
gonna
at
get
this.
stomped on. They're going to try to nuke him down.
He's owning it.
Bristleback's still alive.
He's owning.
He doesn't have any points in the actual back. They're going to try to get a pull. Somnus, will he go down? I'm trying to watch both. There gets a kill on the Bristle. Somnus gets brought down as well.
Bristle, he
set
lived
that
for
up.
so long.
He dangled.
That's all Insania. Excellent dangle to ensure Koifa had the respawn available to
Tangle.
Grant. You are losing it, man. Why would you hated that? Why are you... What?
Well, I'm just trying to get you through it quicker so I can talk.
Nice ward by X Nova here.
Bounty
Look
room.
at this mid lane control. You know, you talked about how DK is going to aggressively pressure this tower, and LGD clearly plans to play around that as much as possible. Knowing Storm's going to try to jungle, knowing Axe may have to retreat to the jungle sometime soon. Void absolutely free farming.
Look at the denies. 25. I love it. It's a lot of gold. So, right, most denies, how much are they, BSJ?
It's 25%. Why am I blanking? It's 20%.
It's usually 5 to like 7 gold,
It's
right?
20%. You're getting, for 5 denies, you're getting a CS.
Stun comes in. They don't have the finger yet. He's only level 3.
Oh,
They're going to
wow.
try. There's the stomp. They chain together, but he won't get it. It does hit
That
on
was
the Crystal Maiden.
sick, though. He stunned right as the TP came in.
From behind.
Oh, here's the
Insania's
5-position
here.
bristleback.
They will try to get it. X Nova taking a ton of damage. Insania does do a decent amount. Koikfa will make it away. The body block. This will be a kill on the bristle, it looks like. One more attack. Gets it. The poison is lethal, by the way, from DK, unlike Vano. And there will be a freeze. Lion.
Oh, haste rune. Deny it.
Oh,
Okay.
Somnus like, wait, I probably could have got it, but they're going to go up here. And there's going to be a void kill on Koikfa out of nowhere.
Didn't have to use Chrono. He actually predicted he was going to the shrine. Really well played. Really good read.
Ame's so
Foxy?
good about that. He's always
They're
looking
using
to
the
get
chicken.
aggressive.
And they just don't want to give him experience. But I think the hasted, he's going to be in range. And
If you're looking for
they don't get the gold, though. X Nova was close. But FY will get some experience. And this is, I honestly don't know what to
Mickey?
say. LGD
Bottom?
is bodying him. And it will be. It's a level 6 now versus a level 5 morphling. Doesn't feel good. He can always just keep morphing. He's going to get some help now. It's going to be the Storm Sphere, but I don't know if you kill Chalice.
Can't
We're going to
kill
find
Chalice.
out. It's a 1-1-3-1 build. Mickey's still taking a ton of damage. They're going to pull him in. Do we have
He's
anyone
almost
else
dead.
coming down? We have the bristle back. But it
Okay,
won't be
Chalice
enough.
narrowly escapes there.
Right now, LGD is just looking clean.
Yeah, the draft is better. They're playing crisp. There's just...
There goes
Whoa,
Mickey.
X Nova.
does.
He just
Yep.
got a kill with the spirit because he was
did.
down to 1 HP.
He was. And now they're going to look for more. They're actually moving forward. There's 2 people dying right now. Alliance is dying all over the map right now. We're going to follow this bristle back. FY, though, he's going to move over. No, we're moving to the Storm. Does still have mana. Has a mango bottle as well.
Maybe I'm having a little too much fun with this game, but I can't. It's really hard to take it seriously. I feel like this draft for Alliance.
It's the way it started, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, okay.
You just died as a Morphling with Adaptive Strike at level 1.
And
That is... I have no idea what was going on. He didn't... I don't understand. He didn't use it.
Yeah. Not once, not twice. 0.
this game, the draft really what foreshadowed how this game was going to be
Alliance
played.
doesn't have a hero top. Look at the warding for Ame. The only way you'd be able to deal with this Void is if you gank him. I forgot Boxy was backlaning it.
Good.
My fault.
He almost, as Void, 53-32. Let's look at the net worth. He's not even that far ahead of his own team, but he is so far ahead of the carry on the other side already. 1,200.
Boxy is making a journey.
So far behind. What the heck?
He's just been...
I think his battle hunger level 1 was a big deal. You lose the trade with Void
He's
if you
cutting
do that.
middle lane right now, by the way.
Yeah,
And DK, he TB's back. He doesn't have mana,
DK.
but he does have the 20 wand charges. And Boxy looks to just be going down here. Right click after right click. There's the stomp and give the kill to the DK. Nope, Xnova will take it.
With the wine glass.
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower is about to fall.
Why do you try to count that or cut that middle wave?
You're trying to relieve pressure on the DK pushing, I think.
Okay.
Is the idea. And he can't cut top because he knows when he cuts that one wave and he knows the lion's missing, that lion's going to look for him, so then he walks mid instead. Going on Chalice again, I feel like they play a lot of Timbersaw.
He doesn't have much reactive armor stacks yet because he wasn't under the tower. Insania, though, might just die, and here's going to be Xnova. The stomp is there. Hasn't killed him quite at 5 HP, but that will. Now they're going to chase him down. Koifa running out of mana. Does have full bottle as well as one. Taiga, no ultimate yet. Looked like he wanted to posture for it. They do get a freeze on the Timbersaw. Can they bring him down? Adaptive strike? They do. That's a big kill.
Really well done by Mickey.
Yep, it's it. Mekke, he's turned in.
This is the Rubik approach. Give the opponent so many levels that you have abilities to take.
Well,
And over here,
it's like they will just try to push this elsewhere. FY is getting pinged out. They have the ward from Alliance. It's a 5k lead right now. And we do see Chalice go down, but the ticking time bomb up top. He has a Mask of Madness, treads Wraithband at 9 minutes in.
Jeez.
Almost level 9.
You just
Do you get the point time dilation? You just go 4-0-4.
No, you go 4-0-4. Your time, your time walk halves and cooldown.
If it was Bristleback Core, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not. So
but you're also not like interacting with Bristleback right now. If you were laning against it, you would have taken it like level 2 or 3.
I like this movement from Somnus. He's going to try and pressure. They know they have the threat of Chrono, as then the supports look to play around Chalice. So Lion gets free XP and levels middle, and you're now in a position to pressure both lanes.
Bottom lane. Looks like Taigo. No, it'll be.
It's the dream game for Void where you don't have to chrono anybody, but you can. You're threatening the chrono in the sense that nobody wants to show up to your lane because you have chrono. So it's the double whammy. You're not having to go anywhere, and nobody has to or wants to be near you.
Do you like the brown boots Midas, by the way, on DK, or do you wish he just went like treads or something?
I like the Midas.
Fine, yeah.
Okay.
There's no reason not to, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're just, your Void's free farming. You know, if you just get that, you'll be fine. Attack speed's always good, too.
I think it's more so about making sure he scales against the...
Uh-oh. Gotta be careful here. FY, he does have his finger. He has it up. Will they use it? Yep, there it is. And doesn't even need to use the chrono. Gets the finger charge as well. Storm goes down. It's a 5k lead.
The Void being... The Void makes it so DK in the late game will be able to reliably click people. And so having extra scalability, the 40 attack speed being nice.
Yeah, like when Alliance win this game at like 50 minutes. Like they need a huge morph in Storm, and it just does not look like they're going to be able to get that time.
Dire actually takes bottom tower while we watch middle. Chalice just sitting there. Yep. And it's crazy because, right, Chalice hasn't had to leave his lane. Ame hasn't had to leave his lane. Boxy going up against Ame. Oh, there's going to be the chrono. He's just going to throw it out. Will he get the kill? He is allowing him to get all those creeps. That's a lot of damage.
So the thing about it is this concept of like when you have a lineup that that wins the even matchups all over the map, right? So to deal with Timber, you need more than one hero. To deal with Void, you need more than one hero. Otherwise, they're not just going to farm the lane, but they're going to threaten the opponent in the lane. And it makes it so difficult to properly move around the map because the enemy wins any moment the game is stagnant. Or rather, gains advantage.
Yeah, and so you have to group up with 3 or 4 heroes, and that makes your movements really easy to read this early on. All the lanes are going to be shoved into your tower, and I don't know. I was going to say the same thing where I look at all these lanes. We talk about like the dead lane kind of jokingly, but they can play 3 lanes on LGD.
Not be scared, really.
Yeah, and like the whole idea of the concept is you're not allowed to play 3 lanes, but their heroes are so strong this stage in the game that Alliance has to do this. They have to 4-man gank somebody.
There's going to be the
Here comes the rest of LGD.
The call. Here comes an ultimate. This should be enough to bring this. He does have the hood, though. He had the wand as well. He's still alive. He actually goes forward, and now the rest of the team is coming over. This just as scary, and they know, good lord, get out of here. Will they be able to? Taiga, he's going to initiate up. Actually, Insania goes down top. Mickey is just going to die. No, he gets some more. There will be a call as well. Can they bring down this Timbersaw? He's still so tanky. He uses one for the second time. They pull him in. They get the kill. They get the dunk. They get the movement speed. Will Box be able to make it? No, Thomnus last hit will get it. Mickey's still alive, though. He's toggling so well. Xnova from the high ground actually stomps onto the Storm Spirit, and well, a 1-for-1 trade, but the Void still free farming. No, and got a solo kill and a tower.
The 5-position Bristleback did go down there.
Yeah, and they get a tower. Dude, Ame this has to be the best. He's probably feeling so good. He has a full Maelstrom, by the way, at 13 minutes with the treads and a... What's his gold per minute? What is it, you? Only 532. That was higher.
At this stage in the game on a hero like Void, that hero does not farm, right? Like 532 on a Void is insanely high.
Yeah. I mean, just his items right now. That is, he can solo kill anyone, right? With Chrono now, it feels like.
Yeah, you do. Mask of Madness, Maelstrom, they all died. The only issue you had was the armor of Axe and Morphling, like potentially having a problem killing somebody in Chrono, and now you have Maelstrom. The time lock nowadays is just so much damage. Once it's kind of mediocre in the lane, and then it's super insane later on because it effectively gives you a double damage on your attack.
Just gonna watch the Bristle. It looked like he tried to smoke to get some wards down. He did get one. Let's see if we get a counter ward. We sure will. So that smoke wasted. Ward goes down. That hurts.
Yeah, because you get the... I'd have to do the weird math on this, but I think it's effectively like a 30% bash in terms of damage because you have a 24% chance of bashing on your bash.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so technically you're getting that extra, like, 1/4 proc. So it adds 30% damage to him is what it's basically doing. And that's insane when you have this much attack speed. And it's not just 30% damage because you also have the Maelstrom procs that have twice as likely to hit.
It's also one of the reasons I think exclusively we saw him play Void twice yesterday, always with this Mask Maelstrom build.
I like the Chrono from Fog.
Help me out. They committed a lot of
the ET Spirit comes out with the finger, so it's near pure magical damage as well. Like
the fact that he chronoed from Fog, where he didn't time walk in first, made it so that the Morphling could not
toggle.
That was really cool.
All right.
He sees
hello. He's gonna go for the rune. Oh, and he gets the first hit bash. Will get the freeze right now.
She's dead.
Time dilation. You slow him a little.
Okay,
you gotta be nervous. You don't get ulted.
It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Why bother? Why risk your life as a 8K net worth Void up by 7,000 to go for a support Crystal Maiden? You'll get more by farming a neutral camp than you will by killing that Crystal Maiden.
Insania will die, but he does finish out the creep wave. Siege creep stays alive. Somnus scoops up that kill, and guess what? Hey, Quakefa will get a tower. It is only a 6K lead.
Bottom
it was 9K.
He's getting a free tower. Yeah, they are somehow cutting this in, like cutting into this lead. I don't know exactly how they're evening it out. They're losing towers one by one pretty much on the side of Alliance.
They're just playing on 5 different parts of the map right now, feels like.
They are doing a pretty good job of scrapping randomly for farm.
But FY, he has a drum, by the way, And Foxy, goodbye.
And now he's got the level 2 DK form. Isn't able to use it on creeps just yet, but he does have he has a Maelstrom of his own. Midas Maelstrom DK.
Oh, bash! Does he get the bash hit? He has to pull him in instead.
He's gonna bash.
He just goes down instantly, and now can he just go for Taiga as well? Yeah, it looks like they will. He's gonna go over time dilation. He actually stuck himself in there. He Quelling's out, as you say, but he's just gonna go down. The stomp, I don't know if that hits. It won't, but it won't matter. There's the spirit. There's the bash. Well, if you had him on your fantasy team for some reason this game, he is going to get you quite a few points.
Check it out. Tell us how many points he's going to get us.
Well, only 10. The Elder Titan will get you 16, though. That boy, it's a 5%. He has all the wards placed, I have a feeling.
A bunch of assists as well. And it's like they're still just playing they're playing so aggressively, and it requires too many heroes to make rotations. You see the E-Blade rush on Mickey, but man, it is going to be too little too late at this rate as PSG.LGD, they not just scale. This is one of the things I love about the draft is that as they scale and increase their amount of damage dealt, they're also increasing their survivability drastically just based on the kit and the natural progression.
Sanya once again probably just going to die here, but wanted to cut the creep wave. There's a DK stun on the backside as well. There's going to be a kill on the Storm.
Jesus.
And the Bristle. I'm going to be honest with you. This one is not looking good if you're an Alliance fan.
It's still not you're an LGD fan.
It's looking great. If you're an LGD fan, you're like, we needed this. Obviously, you're already the first seed in your group, but You don't want to lose 0-2 the day, like 2 days before the main event, right? You want to look good.
This is a solid draft, I think, by LGD. They really did employ just let's counterpick whatever they just picked approach, and
Dude,
sometimes that is just the best option if it makes sense for your draft. Like Void counters Bristle and works with ET. Earth Splitter.
We'll do damage.
Try to TP.
Oh, there's the Chrono. He tried to hit well, yeah, he hits it, and now they're going to chase him. Will he get the freeze off at least? No. First hit bash into the finger. It's a beatdown, my friends. An absolute beatdown.
Man. It's just a shame. Alliance was playing so well in the previous game. And, dude,
what do you think? Like,
you know what?
Where'd they get trapped in the draft?
How about when they first picked the same 3 heroes?
Okay. But was that really the problem? Like, it worked last game. So
we saw EG do it against Infamous. Like, it doesn't work to just run the same thing back. Honest, they've already adjusted.
Teams are too good, dude. You can't win the same way twice in a row. The Bristle was excellent in the last game, but
it was a second pick. Yeah, it was a 4th pick. Meaning, like, they saw it was the end of the first round of picking. It was in this game. Instead, they have the immediate response Void pick, and now you're like, okay, we don't have to worry about Bristle anymore. And then you pick Axe, which is a hard counter by the same hero as Bristle, the Timbersaw.
Yeah, so it really is great. But it's the near perfect response from PSG.LGD. But again, I point to it. Alliance made it easy, right?
Yeah, they did.
You gave him a.
They alley-ooped it a bit for him. Insania is insane in the membrane, I believe, is how the kids call it nowadays.
They're trying. Good try. He didn't know FY was chasing. It was nighttime, and now just beat him down.
Get the creeps.
Tries, but can't. Dyer's Courier does go down.
Mid lane, though, Timbersaw might be in some trouble.
There's going to be an ulti, but they want to bring Chalice down. They freeze him, and he should die here.
Okay. Insania making space on that 5-position Bristleback in order to set up that kill.
All right, BSJ, you're banned. No more. You are banned from saying the words Insania, Bristleback, and
5-position.
No, you can say that.
Okay.
And what do you know? Nothing to say anymore. Grant, please help us out.
Okay, let's go. There's going to be a stun. Oh my goodness, he didn't morph strength yet. He's just sleeping. He just died. And I'm going to be honest, Mickey, after like Nisha, I consider him a insanely good morphling. Just little mistakes, right? The level 1 death right there, not morphing strength. It's rough. You're 11k down. It's 27-7. Let's be real.
This is like the most impossible morph game like ever.
They last picked it.
But what were they supposed to pick? That was the problem. They were so far behind in the draft. They needed something that inevitably gave them a win condition. And at like 60 minutes, Morph does.
Yeah.
Oh, we have the haster, and he can get boxed. He's going to try to blink away, but guess what? Will he go?
Go for the blind Chrono.
Thought about it. Middle lane. They're looking for Axanova. He's going to throw out the stomp. It will hit. Earth Splitter splits the wickets. Is he going to make it out? He will. And now Ame's here. First hit bash immediately. And this Bristle, you're not that tanky. Goes down. Ame level 18. Almost has a full Mjolnir. I think DK has one too. Yeah. We have double Mjolnirs coming out.
And they're so tanky, and now they just put Mjolnir on themselves. And yeah.
Run.
Good luck. Have fun.
Yep. There's an F play now. So you're killing Lions and you're killing Elder Titans here, right? That's about all you can do. And it's a save.
Yeah, they're going to try and contest Roche. They've got to, but this is a tough ask. They've got Chrono available and a BKB Void. They're just going to fight them.
There we go. It hits on a 2. Storm Spear goes in the middle of all. Are they able to bring him down? They do. There goes Ame. Quake but dies as well. But Foxy, 2. Somnus is so farmed. They thought it was just a Void, but Somnus is an absolute beast. They're going to try to turn around now. Chalice is in. He will just
5-position Bristleback running in.
Out. Will the Bristle do it? Trying to go in, but back down. There's going to be a nice 2-man Chrono. They're going to try to turn on this Morphlix. So much chance. Needs a bash out of the Chrono. It looks like he does. Getting right click. There is going to be a kill onto that Bristle. 3 bracers, but Morphling made it away for now.
McKay stayed alive in a couple of scenarios. He really should have.
Oh, there's going to be a pull. It's Chalice, though. It's a tough kill. There will be a blink call. Yule's into there. Only FY gets hit by it. And now I believe you're a little bit out of position there, Boxy. But they do get the blow up on FY we talked about. They turn it around. Mickey goes down to Chalice. Chalice is just blowing them all up right now. That'll be another kill here with one more ability. Timber Chain. Use it. Gets the kill.
How did Chalice kill Mickey there?
I believe it was another 1 HP, and he just Timber Chained up and got hit.
Yeah,
it's just been a rough one for Alliance. I don't even want to say Mickey. This has just been a rough all-around game.
Yeah.
They only lost 88 gold, even though they had 2 diebacks. You know you're far behind when that's the case.
I mean, it's 34-9.
Yeah. Well, The Void did have to buy back for that, right? Or no?
Yes, he did. Void did buy back.
So like, let's assume Alliance lose this game. It's possible.
Which we're not going to.
We're not going to say that for sure.
Yeah.
Just remember, they're not out of contention for the upper bracket. They need help, though. They have Newbie versus Mineski. The winner of that series is
that's going on right now.
Going to upper bracket.
Sorry, the winner of this game. The winner of Newbie versus Mineski game 2 is upper bracket.
Yes, and then TNC losing means Alliance will have a chance to play a three-place
win.
They're in.
Alliance is lower bracket.
Yeah.
But guys, the future's later. The present is now. And how...
That's science.
Honestly, let's think about it. What do we need to have? If they get another kill on Ame, right, a dieback, you start getting some towers, he does have an Aegis. That makes it a little harder, but
now what?
Is Dire going to let that middle tower
I mean, how do you actually make moves in this game? The Morphling does have burst, right? We saw him. He still one-shots FY.
Yeah. You got to kill the Lion, that's for sure.
Yeah.
More for Storm kills Lion. I think you got to go for ET, but look at X-Nova. He's actually just stupid farmed.
Like, almost a Spear Bezel, Gem, Phase. This is their... Yeah, he is nutty. Middle lane, we've seen it. Axe and Insania, they've just been cutting creeps the entire game. Runs on by. He's going top, maybe.
I was looking at me funny. I don't understand why. Just watching a good game of Dotes here.
Yep. Somnus, Ame, and Chelsea, the 3 cores are going to push. They attack fast.
They have Spirit Vessel on Crystal Maiden if they want to pick it up. But he's busy chunking that mid tower.
We'll watch it go down. There it goes.
Tier 1 for Tier 3.
And Arax. It's a rough one. They just know. They've given up on this, Rax.
They are actually giving it up. They are not even attempting
think
to
about
contest.
Going for the throne?
I don't know.
Like, I actually don't know what you do here as PSG. You can just back up, play it safe, but you're just getting a full set of Rax. There is the Spear Vessel and a Blade Mill. Okay, Blade Mill Axe is scary. Mid lane, we do get the Hex. Morphling a little bit of troll. We've already used all the disables. Oh, no. Somnus gets one in there. They're trying to burst him down. There's going to be the Yule, so we get another disable. They do. Oh, my goodness. The chain stuns in the finger. FY will take it.
19 assists. He's there to set up. They're playing so smooth right now. A well-oiled machine. PSG.LGD.
They're looking like the first place team in a group of TI.
Looking like gatekeepers for that upper bracket. You want to come play with the big boys, you got to go through us. Maybe one time, but
not a second.
Not today.
He does. He has a full BKB on the Faceless Void.
Going for the Mjolnir. He has the Mjolnir as well. Going for the Satanic.
Black Dragon. The dragon.
Bristleback getting the end. Position, Bristleback.
Oh, shit.
I don't care. I'm looking at
I
the Black
have never
Dragon
seen
right
the Black Dragon in a pro match.
And neither have we.
Oh, wait. Does he have Axe? Oh,
that's where Drogon went at the end of the... okay, I understand now.
I'm excited for this.
So what does this Ag Scepter give you, Grant? What does the Black Dragon do? It increases your ultimate. It has 50% more corrosive splash and slow amount, and then you have increased attack range to 600.
And look at the magic resistance.
And then it grants you 40% magic resistance, Grant. Do you know how much EHP that effectively gives you against magic damage?
That's
well over 40%.
It is 60%. 66% effective HP.
Okay. Let's look. Right now he has magic resistance 37%. When he pops the dragon,
it'll be 40% of the remaining 63%, Grant, which is an additional 24%.
Are you making up numbers for real?
25.2%.
25.2%.
Yeah.
Which will then be 62.5%, which means he has like 6,000 health effectively against magic damage.
The numbers check out, Grant.
Yes.
Back to you.
It in my head.
They do have the physical damage and minus armor from the 5-position Bristleback.
Oh my goodness, there it is, the dragon. Get a close up.
Oh, the projectiles are dope.
Yeah, there are. They're getting Chelsea. He's about to
the physical damage is down. He has buyback though.
Chrono. He's gonna look. It's just gonna be on Crystal Main. Does miss Mickey. Nice dodge, but Foxy's gonna run out. There's the finger. It's a 3 for 0 already. The Black Dragon is owning, and yep, 66% magic resistance right now. They move forward. This is gonna be a dieback on the Bristle. Looks like BKB pop. They go for Mickey. Can't get it. He still has the Aegis. See you later. FY though. Will they be able to get more? Koikfa. Does he get bashed? No. He has the BKB up. They're looking. Morphling. Oh!
Where's the bloodlust so this DK can be bigger?
The GG.
I haven't seen the destruction of someone's hometown.
Wait.
This is worse than King's Landing, guys.
And the GG call.
What's worse, this or Season 8 of Game of Thrones?
Let's not get into it.
Okay.
Wow.
27 minutes. An absolute beatdown. And while, you know, we joked about the 5-position Bristleback, it looked like it didn't work. But, I mean, you guys said it, right? It looked like you were outdrafted. And what were you supposed to pick last for Alliance?
As soon as you've